Welcome to another Tokyo Turn On. I'm Kamasami Kong. Today we're very lucky to have a very special guest with us, all the way from Honolulu, Hawaii. But first I want to tell you we're here high atop Tokyo on the 42nd floor of Shiodome City Center in a restaurant called Alexander Steakhouse. We'll tell you more about that later. But right now, we want to welcome to our program Mr. Daniel Ho. Aloha.
Aloha, Kamasami Kong.
And we say aloha because
We're from Hawaii.
we are indeed. Aloha.
Aloha.
10 questions for Daniel, but first, Daniel, I guess people are wondering why you're wearing sunglasses.
That's a good question.
And it's a fair question, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And this is the first time I'm wearing sunglasses, but I'm working, I do different kinds of music, and I've done classical music and world music and Hawaiian music, and now I'm working on a rock album, rock project with Tak Matsumoto.
Tak Matsumoto, he's a rock god here in Japan.
Yes, he is. And rightfully so.
Yeah.
And he never performs without sunglasses, so I'm a bit of a method actor. So I want to get into the zone and get ready for my performance tomorrow, and just want to be in character, really.
There you go.
Yes.
Speaking of your performances, you've been performing in front of sellout crowds here in Japan. Every show totally booked, no room for anybody to get in anywhere, right?
Yes, it's been an amazing energy, an incredible experience, and just so much fun to be on stage in front of a room full of people and doing this.
And congratulations on all of your successes. I noticed that you have an ukulele with your name on the top here. Why is that?
This is an ukulele that I designed.
You designed this?
Yes, I did, with a wonderful luthier, Pepe Romero, who is the son of probably the most famous classical guitarist in the world, Pepe Romero. And it's a special instrument. This is a full tenor ukulele that fits in a concert gig bag. So it has the full big tenor sound, but it's a lot more portable. And we achieve that by taking away the waist in the body and making it more based on the lute shape, a classical instrument, and making the sound hole bigger, and the headstock as small as possible. So it's very short, 23 inches. And this is what I perform and play with, and it's like writing a song with wood.
Is it for sale? Can people buy your ukulele?
Yes, you can.
You can.
And I think it's going to be available here in Japan soon, this year probably, but you can go to romerocreations.com.
All right. Daniel, of course, you're a Grammy Award winner. You're performing, as we mentioned, in front of sellout crowds. You're a composer, you're a performer, and you're now with us here in the Kong Show. And it's such a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you.
And when people hear your name, Daniel Ho, of course, they instantly think about that song Tiny Bubbles and Don Ho. Are you related to Don Ho at all?
You know, rarely is there a performance that goes by where someone doesn't ask me that. And I worked very hard over the years on coming up with a clever answer. And the best I can do is I respond by saying, you know, that's a very good question. And I've done some research into my family history, but there are just too many holes in my family tree.
And that's the official answer.
That's the official. I'm sticking to it.
Okay. Next question I think people want to know about, people around the world who are not familiar with Japanese rock music, is who is Tak Matsumoto? Describe him to our viewers.
Tak Matsumoto is a world-class electric guitar virtuoso, a great songwriter, composer, an incredible musical force. I think he and Inaba-san started Bees in 1988.
Bees, that's
Bees.
B apostrophe Z, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Bees.
And they will be celebrating their 30th anniversary next year. And just amazing musicians and vocalists, and I was lucky enough to meet him and work with him on this instrumental project, and it's been an incredible experience.
And the name of the album is what?
Electric Island Acoustic C.
Electric Island Acoustic C. Okay. How has performing with Tak Matsumoto, a rock and roll guitarist, changed your life or the way that you perform on stage? Because I remember seeing you on stage in Hawaii, enjoyed all of your shows, kind of laid back, you know,
Right.
very comfortable shows. But now, what's happening with you on stage?
It's very different. It's quite a production. There's probably 15 management and crew and sound people and stagehand and guitar techs. We do very little talking, just in little spots in the show, and it just transitions from song to song. And people hand you their guitars, take another one, tune it, hand it here. And I change guitars and pianos or sanshin on almost every song in the show. Tak has as many guitars, maybe a dozen instruments, and he plays different instruments for each song. The lighting, of course, changes, and the experience is, it's really like a production. It's not just, when I perform, I get on stage and I tell the story about the song for 10 minutes, and then I play my 3-minute song, and I talk for another 15 minutes and play a 2-minute song, and it's very casual, conversational, and personal.
Right.
If you've ever seen Bees play, and their productions are, you know,
Incredible.
stadium productions.
Yeah. Over the top.
Yeah.
It's rock and roll.
So we're kind of doing a scaled down version of that fits in the Blue Notes and Billboard venues, and it's a wonderful experience. The standards are so high in sound quality. The mixes sound like records every night, like live records. You could take one and, you know, burn a CD and make a record with it, because their crew is so talented. It's a lot of fun. You have to be on your toes. You have to be sharp. You could not have a sip of alcohol before a show, because things happen so fast.
So you have to be ready instantly to do everything and anything. Right?
And that's how Tak Matsumoto works. I mean, he is so professional. From day one, the very first rehearsal, everyone has their music memorized and ready to go, including Tak. And he plays the whole record like note for note from memory.
Speaking of performing, I know you not only play ukulele, but as I mentioned earlier, you're a composer and you play many different instruments. How many different instruments do you play?
Not that many different groups of instruments. I play rhythm section instruments, so percussion. Stringed instruments like guitar, ukulele, bass, mandolin, sanshin, things like that. Bouzouki. Bouzouki. I remember. Mountain dulcimer, like anything with strings that you finger with one hand and you pluck with the other.
Can you pluck something with your ukulele? We'd like to hear the sound of this thing. You can play My Dog Has Fleas, I'm sure. They're beautiful, right? My favorite song. Well, strum a little something for us. Just a little something.
This is a song we do in the show called Pineapple Mango. I'll play you just a verse.
Okay. Beautiful.
Thank you.
You know, when people think about ukulele players, they often think about Jake Shimabukuro. I'm sure you know him.
Yes, yes.
Have you guys ever thought about collaborating on a project, or have you ever collaborated with Jake?
We've done something on Oceanic Cable way back when. We played together that's a cable network in Hawaii. We wrote a song together many, many years ago, probably back in 1999 or something like that. So we run into each other now and then, but you know, I guess we're kind of moving in different musical circles and things. And I'm doing a lot more exploration into world music. So I'm working on a Mongolian album now.
Mongolian. Wow.
Traditional Mongolian.
Traditional Mongolian.
Yeah.
What would a traditional Mongolian song sound like? Can you do that on your ukulele?
I can't really play it. I'm in the process of tracking my parts and mixing it. But it's just traditional music. It's very beautiful. Long songs, short songs, and they have instruments like tabusher and horse fiddle and chower, which is the predecessor to the horse fiddle, which is made with horsetail, the strings, and I'm very interested in the origins of music. So Taiwanese Aboriginal music. I've done a Pipa album with Wuman, who just won a Grammy this year. With the Silk Road
Congratulations to him.
Ensemble.
Yeah.
And different things like that. So I've studied Western music a lot in composition, in classical, jazz, rock, things like that. But I find the origins fascinating because they are not bound by these same set of rules and restrictions and chords and scales that we use. And it's been quite an inspiration for my writing.
You are a musician's musician.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I just love it. I love learning.
Recently, we had Nathan East. Nathan East,
yes.
of course, is the bass player for Eric Clapton. He's a member of the jazz group Foreplay, and he's performed with everybody and anybody. Recently, he was in the Grammy show performing with Daft Punk, playing bass. And he was here in Tokyo putting on shows at Billboard Live, all sellout shows. And he told me in the interview, we did an interview in the backseat of a taxi because his schedule was so tight. So we did the interview in the backseat of a taxi. And he told me in the course of the interview that he had been invited to perform at the White House for President Obama twice. If you were invited to the White House to perform for President Donald Trump, would you do that?
That's a very good question. And I generally try to keep my political opinions private. But since you asked, if Obama had asked me to play, I would be honored. I would love to do it.
I see. So that will be your answer for that question.
The other answer
Yeah.
would take the next 20 minutes.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Daniel Ho, what do you like most about coming to Japan? You've
so
been here
many things.
Quite a few times, right?
Yes. There's
What
so
do you
many
look-
things. Where do I start?
Yeah, when you're packing your bags and you're in Hawaii, you're putting your suitcase together, what are you thinking about? What are you thinking about you want to do most when you arrive in Japan?
The first thing I would say is I love the people here. I always feel safe. It's clean. It's beautiful. The history and culture, like having a meal in Gion, Kyoto. Just the food is. I love neba food. So natto, okra, and all those.
You go deep.
Yama-imo. Yeah.
You go deep. You'll try. Is there anything that you cannot eat?
I do, but I don't care for it as much as Naizo. Like innards.
Innards?
Yes.
You can see a lot of Japan, a lot of Tokyo from this location here at Alexander Steakhouse. It's a beautiful view. As you look around over there, you can see Skytree way over there. And you pan around to the city, you can see the Imperial Palace over there. You can see Tokyo over there. You can see Shibuya and Shinjuku out there. And if you look way out there, can you see that little point?
Oh, Mount Fuji?
That is Mount Fuji.
Wow.
And over there,
Beautiful.
Tokyo Tower. Beautiful view from here at Alexander Steakhouse. And
Yes.
we're going to give you a chance to taste the food in just a matter of moments. But finally, we want to ask you if you have a message for your friends, both here in Japan, back home in Hawaii, and for new people who are viewing you and hearing about you all over the world via the Japan Today website. Any message?
My message would be, I'm so grateful and honored to be here working with Matsumoto and his crew and management and doing this incredible album together. It's probably, of all the albums I've done, it's probably right up there, around the top one.
Wow.
And I hope that you'd, take a listen to it, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you have a chance to come see one of our shows, I would love to perform for you. And I'm just really excited and thrilled about, at this point in my career, to sort of be taking a new direction and experiencing something so exciting.
It seems like you've been attached to an angel.
I feel very lucky, and I would be on stage playing, and it's like, wow, I can't believe it. I have a front row seat to a Matsumoto concert. This is so cool. Like every night I get to watch him work, and his amps are right by me, and when he plays guitar, he's singing. His instrument, the way he phrases melodies, the tones that he has, it's unlike anything I've ever heard. And the professionalism, he's a genuine human being, just a sincere, kind,
Down to earth, very down to earth, right?
gracious, and I just, it's kind of unbelievable to me. I feel very, very fortunate to be surrounded by wonderful people like you and to be doing what I love. I mean,
I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, people who are watching in the USA and other countries, will you be taking your show on the road to, say, Hawaii or USA or other countries around Asia and Europe?
yes, we have a show scheduled for March 19th at the Blue Note in Waikiki.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so we'll be there. We
Our
have
friends
two
and
shows.
family back home in Hawaii will be anxious to see you perform with Tak Matsumoto.
Yes, it would be nice to be performing to a hometown crowd.
And what about USA, or any plans to do concerts in other cities, countries?
We're looking at probably later in the year, in Los Angeles, maybe around September-ish,
Okay.
October, somewhere in there. So it's still in the works.
Oh, Daniel Ho, thank you very much. One last question I have to ask you. I used to play the trombone.
Yes.
Daniel Ho, one last question, and that is, are you hungry?
Yes, I am.
That's a good thing, because we're here at Alexander's Steakhouse, and it's a steakhouse, as you know. How do you like your steak?
Medium rare.
Medium rare. You got it.
All right.